What's up, guys and girls? It's been a minute since I've been able to put out a video, because if you live in the south, well, then you probably know that it has been raining non-stop. Of course, the sun would be right in y'all's face. It's been raining non-stop ever since I basically started on this road project. Well, the last video y'all have seen. And of course, I've been busy with my other stuff too. I've been doing a little bit of dirt work, mostly yard work or drainage type stuff, along with my other stuff. And of course, I still have all my equipment here, minus one piece of equipment that I had to break down and buy the other day to replace that thing right over there. I did get a newer skid steer. It's not brand new, but it's fairly new. I'm doing a lot of work somewhere else that needed a skid steer, so I just went ahead and just got another one because I don't have time to mess with that one. And also, this thing has been down for the past month. Started giving injector faults because it was running good one day when I was putting in my water line. I didn't film none of that because it was just boring, but it was running great. Fired it up the next day after it came a monsoon, and immediately started giving trouble. Long story short, they ended up having to replace the main wiring harness on this bad dude. It took 2 days to get that thing out and replaced it. 2 very long days. After trying new injectors and taking out splices of the old harness, all that nonsense, no telling what that's going to cost, even though this machine is still under warranty. Don't know, haven't got the bill for that yet. They come out and fix this thing because it had a blade fault. Replaced the sensor, of course, took care of it. Well, put 2 hours on it, blades faulted again. So this thing is it's not down. I mean, I can still run it and use it. I don't necessarily need the blade sensors, but I do like the automatic float that it does, or whatever. That is nice when you're grading stuff out. I don't really need it for here, but I want the damn thing fixed. It's brand new. It's got 200 hours on it and it's messed up. So anyway, I'm going to jump in the little mini truck and we're going to take a ride down the road and show you what I've got done. Y'all, this has been my new little ride around the farm here. I just use it for the fuel transfer tank because I don't want to put one in my 3500. But I've been driving the wheels off this thing around here, and it is very helpful around here. So we're going to jump in it and go down the road here. Culvert in right here. This is finally dried out. Pretty nice. Somebody's been coming in here on the side by side or four-wheeler or something. I got to cut this hill down. That's probably what I'm gonna work on this evening. I moved my water line basically from this side down through there over to this side because I needed dirt out of this hill, and I wanted to get that done before I hit my old water line. Have to deal with that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cross this right here or not. Probably not. Let's just not even chance it. I get this thing stuck all the time. Okay, so like I said, my old water line runs basically up this hill and down and around, so I moved it over here. And that was a chore because as soon as I got the ditch dug, it started raining and ditch filled up with water, stayed full of water, and it was not fun doing it by myself. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know why they went through that. This is what I don't understand about folks. don't even know who it is, but just rides through the damn ditch instead of right through here. Anyway, I'm gonna go get the dump truck and we are gonna start cutting in this hill. And that power line, I've got to cut this down anyway because that power line right there is really low, and I don't want to take the chance on catching it with something coming through here. There's a pretty good bit of dirt on that side of the power pole that I've dug out a long time ago, but I'm probably going to end up taking a lot more of these trees right here out and just using a lot of this right here and out of this hill. So let's go get the excavator and the dump truck. All right, so I guess I'm gonna have a change of plans. I was gonna try to load the dump truck right here, but I can't because of this power line. This cable's right in the way. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut it out. I'm gonna push it over there with the dozer. Of course, I'll have to go get the dozer. And I really wanted to take this dirt further down the road, but it's not going to happen like that. So I've got to get this low enough so I can get up under it, I guess. I don't know. Always something never works out the way you want it to. Have to back the dump truck all the way up to me and load it that way. I don't like this. What I'm gonna do is just move this thing out of the way, go get in the dozer and cut into that hill. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. I do stupid shit sometimes. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do now. I want to get probably about 2 loads of dirt right here in that low spot. That way water will go down this side and it will get in the culvert and get back on this side. It's wanting to run across the road right there. I tried to push out a little bit of the mud, but I'm staging the dozer right there because I don't have anywhere to turn this big girl around in here. Just got too much stuff still in the way, and there are still a lot of soft spots everywhere. It looks dry, but it's not. But the dozer did a good job cutting that out. I got it moved in here. What am I doing? I guess I need the dump truck. I got it filled in, that ditch right there. There's plenty of fall now over here. I'll let that dry a little bit and I'll come back and get down in the ditch with the dozer. I just need to let that dry because that's where the water line is, and it's still pretty soft. I don't want to sink down to the water line and pinch it like I did before I got it fixed. So let's back this thing up and see if we can't get some dirt in her. power line. It is right in the way. All right, let's get this spread out, and maybe I can get one more before it gets dark. right, let's see if we can't get one more load before dark. I'm gonna get it right here. I hope I can come back tomorrow evening when this stuff dries out another day. It's supposed to come another tropical storm or something. Friday. Today is Tuesday, I think. Maybe I can come back Thursday and blade over this one more time because it needs to dry some. So I cut me a I'm gonna have to add some dirt right back in here. That's all I know to do. I really wish I would have went really deep with my water line right here. Of course I wasn't thinking. As long as I don't get down, as long as I don't cut any lower than right here, I'll be fine. But I got a lot of dirt in this hill right here that I can use, and I'm gonna need every little bit I can get. Alright. We can't get one more load of dirt in here. Trying to scrape off topsoil. Couple of soft spots down there in that road, I can tell. So that water line is pretty deep. I mean, it's nearly 3 feet deep. That's really deep for here. Mississippi is probably like 3 to 6 inches. It ain't much at all. So this thing buried 3 feet deep. It's plenty deep enough as far as that goes. And if I have to, I can always splice into it and make it deeper. No big deal. more dark. Sure, the lighting in the video is not the greatest. Like a couple more scoops. right, y'all, I'm gonna call it a day. It is getting dark. That right there probably needs about another 2 loads, really. Because I want whatever water comes down through here. There's a culvert right there. I may just have to raise this whole road up probably another foot or 2. I don't know. I need to get down here and shoot grade, but this right here is gonna have to dry. It's pretty muddy, especially over here where the trench was. It filled up with water. Yeah, probably tomorrow evening I'll be able to hit it again. The blade sensor started working on the dozer as soon as I started pushing that dirt, so I don't know. I'm gonna call them tomorrow and let them know, see what they want to do. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know it's probably short, but that's all I can do right now. But I'll try to put them out just as quick as I can, so y'all bear with me. Y'all keep your eyes open. I'll see you later.